Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being so many tonight, this afternoon to listen to the presentation of the Belgian education system. Niels and I will be presenting you respectively French-speaking and Dutch-speaking Belgium. It will be starting, I will take over. We'll try to make it in 20 minutes to give you a bit of time for questions. Oh, thank you very much. Next, okay. Thank you very much. I guess you can start. You're the one. So thank you very much, and let's enjoy. Go ahead.
Okay, welcome everyone from my side as well. I'm here to introduce Studi in Flanders, so the northern part of Belgium. Belgium is a very small country, especially compared to Indonesia. We have fewer people, smaller country, fewer languages. We only have 3 languages. And most importantly, if you come and study in Belgium, it is going to be in English. So it's a question that we regularly get. Do you need to know any extra languages? No, you don't. So you can study in English. If you want to, there are some other languages you can learn. But daily life, you'll find that people in Belgium speak English fairly well. The most important thing to keep in mind is, so for higher education, so for universities or universities of applied sciences, there is a difference between the northern part of the country and the southern part of the country. In the northern part, where local population speak Dutch, it's called Flanders, and then you have the southern part of the country, the Federation of Wallonie-Bruxelles, where people speak French, and so the higher education is organized a bit differently. We'll explain some of the differences between them along this presentation. Another thing to consider is, in Belgium, we have 3 kinds of higher education institutions. So we have universities or research universities. We also have university colleges or universities of applied sciences and schools of arts. The difference between them is that in the universities or research universities, that's where education is research-based, and in the universities of applied science or university college, it's more practice-based. And it also has an effect on your options, what you can study afterwards. Because in the universities, you get an academic bachelor, which gives you access to a master program, and afterwards even a PhD if you want. So if you want to pursue a master program, you need an academic bachelor from a university. If you study at a university college, you're going for a professional bachelor, which leads directly to the job market. So you're not going to pursue a master program afterwards if you do a professional bachelor. That is the main difference between these 2 kinds of institutions, with schools of art a bit in between these 2 ways of working. In general, if you come and study in Belgium, the academic year starts in the last week or something like in the second part of September, and it lasts until June. So it's usually one intake. It starts in September and it lasts until June, with some breaks in between where you can rest a bit after your exams. Then, when it comes to Flanders, so I'm now talking about the northern part of Belgium. There we have 5 research universities. Something to keep in mind is that in Belgium we offer high quality of education. Here you see like 5 research universities, 3 of them are in the top 200 of the world of university rankings. So this says a bit about the quality of education in general that we offer, even as a small country as Belgium. Especially if you take into account also the tuition fees, which I'll get to later. This offers you a very good, strong price to quality ratio. We also have quite a bit of university colleges in Belgium. In the northern part we have 13 universities of applied sciences, where, like I explained to you, they offer these practice-based bachelor degrees for students. The tuition fees in Belgium, they really depend, like in the northern part in Flanders, and they're always somewhere between 1,000 and 8,000 euros. The exact fee will depend on your institution, and it will also depend on your program. So every program has different fees. You will always have to check individually. Also, the admission deadlines are different for every program and every institution. The scholarship options are different for every institution, so you really have to check the different options. There are two specifically that are very interesting. We have a mastermind scholarship, which is available for all master programs, regardless of your nationality. There are also some virtuos scholarships. These are for specific programs, but the interesting thing is they are only available for students from specific countries, and Indonesia is on that list. So you have a higher chance of obtaining that scholarship because it's specifically for certain regions and for certain programs. So definitely have a look at these. So these are the scholarship options that I was talking about. When it comes to which programs are available, the list of bachelor programs is about more than 60 bachelor programs. And for the master programs, if you include even the advanced master programs, we have more than 200, 300 different programs available in a wide range of fields. So you really have to check which ones are available for your specific program. And then you can find obviously all this information on our websites. Both the Flemish community and the French-speaking community have a booth at this fair, so do come and visit us if you have specific questions regarding any of this. We'll gladly help you further. And then I now give the floor to my colleague.
Yes, so you will see many similarities with the north of the country while speaking about the south of the country. So we also have 5 universities in the south of the country, which is called Wallonie-Bruxelles. We have all our universities are comprehensive universities, which means that you can learn any type of education there. Of course, some universities might have specific strength, whether it is in social science at the ULB, or STEM at UC Louvain, or engineering in Liège or in Mons, or medical science in Liège, for instance. We have, you can see, quite a lot of students in these universities, and among which we have 25% of international students. Belgium is by nature an open country with a lot of cultural diversity, and this reflects in the rate of international students we have in our higher education institutes. These universities are covering education from bachelor, master, and also doctoral studies. We also have university colleges that are more specific higher education institutions aiming for practical educations, which means that in these university colleges you have internship in companies, while in universities you have it most of the time in laboratories. And these universities can provide you a wide scope of education, and it's interesting because if I take, for instance, École Léonard de Vinci, they can provide you an education program in computer science and one in nursing, for instance. So it's not one university college bound to one field of education. They are proposing many types of education, but they are not comprehensive, they are not covering all fields of education. And we also have nearly 100,000 students in these university colleges, and these are these main schools that are preparing people to work in industry and in companies. We also have a School of Arts that encompasses, conservatory academia, and it's for music, it's for visual arts, it's for dance, it's for theater, for anything you want, and also including, I would say, digital technology. And these are more smaller universities, or more smaller schools, where less students, but among which you have 45% of international students. Likewise, we have a tuition fee that is fixed to 2,500 euro a year when you are a non-European citizen. If you have a European citizenship, lucky to you, because then it goes down to 835 euro a year. And the admission deadline to apply for any of these schools is usually between February and March. Of course, the deadline varies from institution to institutions, but usually this is the period, because it gives time to the institution to decide whether your application can be satisfied, and then you have time to apply for your visa prior to starting the courses in September. Regarding the English taught program, so we in French-speaking Belgium, as it says, we are a French-speaking region. So we try to privilege French teaching at the bachelor level. But when we reach the master degree, and of course doctoral degree, then English can be taking over French. So, and regarding scholarships, like in Flanders, we can benefit from the Erasmus Plus program. We also have the ARES scholarship, which is agreement within the scope of cooperation for development, in which Indonesia is a partner, and we have specific master and bachelor degree to be proposed for students willing to study some specific topics that are decided by the Agency of Higher Education. And also we have a new program of scholarship, which is called Mastering, and Mastering is equivalent of the Mastermind in Flanders, that you can get 10,000 euro a year as a grant to study a master degree. And of course, we're also interested in attracting researchers, whether they are doctoral or postdoctoral students, and for that we have this excellence program. So of course, I mean, we can give you further information about this, these grants and scholarships. And these grants are, as you can see, covering, I mean, the travel expenses, the tuition fee, and of course the insurance and the accommodation, and all you need to live properly in Belgium. So this is for more information. So we still have some time, so I will quickly go through, and then I will pass the mic to a Belgian alumni that will explain you more precisely his experience in Belgium and why Belgium it can be an interesting country for an Indonesian citizen. But we are situated at the center of Europe, so we are very close to our neighboring countries are France, Germany, and the Netherlands. England is also very close, so you can see that we can easily commute to any kind of the big cities in Europe, whether it's by car, whether it's by bus or by train. And so you are really in the center of Europe and can easily visit the countries around. So. Also, I mean, as Niels mentioned, we have universities in the top ranked most innovative universities. We have a high rate of international students in our universities, up to nearly 50%, which means that at the doctoral level, English is naturally the language. And of course, we have I mean, some kind of reports regarding some prizes, Nobel prizes in different sectors. Something that might be interesting about it's the living cost. So probably you might have to. I might be a bit too optimistic about the figures, because these are the figures of last year. We might have to lift them up a bit, probably to 20 million Indonesian rupiah. But this gives you, I would say, a glimpse of how much does it cost to live in Belgium for a month. And of course, we have multicultural international higher education systems. With, let's say, quite a high rate of international students, professors, and doctoral students. So Belgium is, as I said, a very open country, so you will not feel, I would say, so much as a foreigner in Belgium, and we also have Indonesian community and Indonesian alumni in Belgium likely to help you if you want to come to Belgium. So, and of course we have a good quality of life. I can speak about it regarding the food, regarding the event, regarding the student life, but I prefer to give the mic to Andriato, and he will explain you better how it feels about Belgium.
Halo, selamat siang semuanya. Nama saya adalah Andriarto. Panggil aja Andri, biar gampang lah. Kalau kalian memilih untuk ke Belgia, kalian ini memilih yang namanya emas, gold. This is your golden opportunity. Dan gue mengatakan, kalian yang memilih ke Belgia itu akan siap untuk teriak, Belgia, gold! Kenapa? Karena kalian datang ke negara yang punya 3 bahasa sekaligus, yaitu bahasa Prancis, bahasa Belanda, dan bahasa Jerman. One ticket to Belgium, already 3 languages covered. Ekonomis banget, dan itu akan memperkaya CV kalian. Je parle français, aku bicara bahasa Prancis. Ik spreek Nederlands, aku bicara bahasa Belanda. Dan ik spreek Deutsch, aku bicara bahasa Jerman. Hanya dengan 3 itu, 1 tiket ke Belgia, 3 bahasa sekaligus, 1 visa Schengen bisa dipakai buat jalan-jalan juga ke negara-negara tetangga yang tadi disebutin. Dan kalian itu akan punya banyak kesempatan yang kalian nggak bisa dapetin di negara lain. Mana ada negara lain yang memiliki bahasa seperti ini. Jadi kalau kita bicara persaingan harga tadi atau kualitas kampus, mungkin negara lain akan juga mengatakan yang sama. Tapi si multi bahasanya Belgia ini kalian nggak punya di mana-mana. Sayang banget kalau kalian tidak memilih ke sini. Profesi saya sekarang adalah guru bahasa Prancis, dan saya adalah peraih 4 kali skor tertinggi ujian bahasa Prancis internasional se-Indonesia. Bisa menjadi penerjemah dan kadang menjadi tour guide juga, tergantung. Buat Niels dan juga Olivier, saya bisa ngomong pakai bahasa yang mereka pakai. Kalian pun bisa. Fungsinya untuk memperkaya CV. Karena kalau CV kita cuma bahasa Inggris, itu udah biasa. Kalian butuh bahasa Prancis dipakai di 27 negara dunia ini. Jadi untuk memperluas jaringan, itu lebih penting. Bahasa Belanda ada kaitan kolonial dengan kita, jadi itu berguna juga. Jerman adalah pemain yang penting. Kalian bisa dapatkan itu juga bahasanya di Belgia. Jadi kenapa harus membeli 3 tiket ke negara yang itu kalau kalian bisa dapatkan hanya dari Belgia? Why not? Pourquoi pas? Warum nicht? Warum nicht? Menurut orang Jerman. Oke, kalau ada yang mau tanya langsung aja ke teman-teman sekalian atau ke aku. Kayaknya kalau aku harus ngomong panjang lebar sini nggak asik. Tapi kita teriak sama-sama, Belgia, go! Makasih.
Thank you very much, Andreato. So this ends our presentation, and we have a bit of time for questions. So feel free to ask, and we'll be happy. Otherwise, for those who couldn't be answered that question, to meet you at our respective booth after this presentation. Thank you very much.
Does anyone have a question that we can help with?
Hi, I want to ask about the scholarships. So basically, each of the applicants should apply to those scholarships separately between the university application and with the scholarship application. Yeah.
How it usually works is that you can only apply for a scholarship if you also apply to one of the programs at the universities. So you in the scholarship application you have to mention which program you've applied for. But like there are differences between these scholarship, but usually you will have to apply to the scholarship and the program at the same time. The procedures are always a bit different. There are slight differences between the programs, but that's why you should check the scholarship websites for the specific program, because every community, every program has different scholarships available. So check the scholarship website, see what their procedure is, the deadlines, because usually also the scholarship deadlines are earlier than the program deadlines. Because the programs need some extra time, because these scholarship students, they are treated first, they have to be given preference. Because if you are accepted into the program, then the scholarships can select from, because they are selected from the students that are admitted. So you can only get a scholarship if you're admitted into the program. So that's why you also need to apply to the program at the same time.
Thank you.
If there are any other questions, we can answer. There's probably a point we didn't discuss. It's about the possibility to work if you come with a scholarship in Belgium. You are allowed to work 20 hours a week during the period of courses and exams, but during the period of vacation, you could see that in the agenda of the academic year, you have some periods where you are in vacation. Doesn't mean you don't do anything. Most of the time you can study as well. But in this period you can work full time, and the same during the summer break. So it's 20 hours a week during the courses and full time during the vacations. And also, when you arrive to study in Belgium, you will be granted a studying visa, and this visa allows you to stay the period of your studies. But if you want to stay in Belgium afterwards to look for a job, it's possible to get a visa extension of 1 year. And in this 1 year, you can find, if you can find a job, then you can stay, and then the visa will change for work permit.
Any other questions?
Masih ada yang mau bertanya, kakak? Silakan. Silakan yang mau bertanya.
May we ask one question of you? You know what I'm going to ask.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to take a picture with all of you together. Is that okay? So I'm going to take a selfie. Are you ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.